Councillors in England's most northerly county are warning the Scottish Government against making what they call a cross-border raid on their finances. They fear ministers at Holyrood may be planning to keep cash raised from fishing on the River Tweed, rather than allowing it to be spent locally in communities on both sides of the border. Our environment correspondent David Miller reports.
Berwick-upon-Tweed, an English town with a Scottish history.
These fortifications on the very banks of the Tweed were built in 1296 after the English seized Berwick from Scotland. The days of battle along the border are long gone, but the Scottish Government is once again being accused of mounting a cross-border raid, this time on the finances of Northumberland.
This celebrated salmon river flows through Scotland and England, but fishing on the Tweed is governed by Scots law. Money raised from fishing, hundreds of thousands of pounds each year, is invested locally. It's known as the Tweed tax.
What the people on the English part of the Tweed are concerned about is they might be asked to pay a tax to the Scottish Government, and there is a suggestion that that might be then redistributed by the Scottish Government, and it might not all come back to the Tweed, which of course would be undemocratic.
The Scottish Government says much of the current system dates back to the 19th century, and it's working to create a wild fisheries management regime fit for the 21st. No decisions have been taken, and it points out another border river, the Esk, is managed by England. But councillors here in Northumberland aren't convinced. They've invited Scotland's Environment Minister, Dr Aileen MacLeod, to visit them.
You'd be hoping you'd be sending her homewards to think again.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm sure I've heard those words before somewhere.
Somewhere.
Their message: if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
About a third of the Commission's funds are raised within England, and that was the whole point of the Tweed Commission, was that you could have this cross-border rating system which everybody was happy with because it was spent on common cause within the Tweed Valley.
The Tweed tax is levied on coastal fisheries as far south as Lindisfarne, around 15 miles south of the border. That may explain why these sunlit waters are more troubled than they first appear. David Miller reporting Scotland, Berwick.